That was fast, right? Alright, we'll just let this adolescence rock in the background here. It's kind of like, you know, what else. So yeah, I'm here with Johnny Daggers from Dagger Vision Films. Say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Haha. So, how long have you been doing this? Making horror movies, man?
Just under a year now.
Yeah?
Yeah. So,
You've always been a fan, obviously?
yeah, lifelong. Just decided that it was time to start doing it for myself and trying to bring some new life into the horror genre. So
That's what's up. So, this film that is about to be released in March, if I'm correct, right?
Mm-hmm.
Caustic Zombies. Tell us a little bit about the Caustic, how you got the idea for it, and what it means to you.
Well, being that we're from Pennsylvania and roughly an hour east of Pittsburgh, some of you may or may not be familiar. This is going to date me and show my age, but if any of you remember the near-nuclear mishap at 3 Mile Island near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that happened back in 1979. And I guess I've always had a morbid outlook towards things even as a child, and that story has always frightened me. And being that we live so close to that, if there would have been a full nuclear meltdown, how would have that affected, especially with the lies that went around there. When it was on the verge of melting down, they evacuated a 2-mile radius, which later they found out the radiation leaked. If I believe I'm correct here, it was a 14-mile radius.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, there was a lot of people that were affected by that wasn't foreseen at the time. So when it came time to start writing the script for Caustic Zombies, I had a lot of ideas in mind about how I wanted the film to go, but I didn't really have an exact reason why the outbreak would happen. Mm-hmm. And one night, while sleeping, which is a very rare thing for me, I started to dream about 3 Mile Island, probably because it's always been in the back of my mind. So I literally sat straight up in bed and thought, okay, this is the route I'm going to go with Caustic, and here we are.
Right on, Yahtzee. That's awesome. So you took like an actual event that happened and turned it into zombies.
Yeah, part of it's based on the actual events of 3 Mile Island. Part of it's fictional on my warped mind. And part of it is fact-based around the Chernobyl accident.
That's fantastic.
So it's a fusion of a couple nuclear mishaps and some of my own embellishments on that.
Right on. So what are your zombies like? Are they fast? Are they slow? Are they like...
There's a combination.
Yeah?
You know?
All right.
I mean, stages of decay would obviously affect how fast or slow one particular zombie would be. So
that's fantastic. How many zombies per se are in the film? Are you allowed to divulge that or no?
No, I definitely can. For the very first shoot date, the local newspaper did an interview with me and asked me if I would mind having the newspaper post walk-ons were welcome.
That's awesome.
I accepted that. I had probably a cast and crew of 30 to 40 people that day, and I really didn't expect that many people to show up as walk-ons, but to my surprise, when I got to the film location, there was easily 100+ people as walk-ons, which was a bit disturbing, because here I am going into my first feature-length film, coming off of a successful short film, but definitely had never, dreamt my first feature film would be so well received right off the bat. So there was at least 100 walk-ons. It was, people literally had me signing autographs, holding their babies, taking pictures. It was it was surreal.
Insane,
yeah, it was really, really bizarre. And funny side note to that, at first people thought we were doing a remake of Night of the Living Dead. All they knew, well, for those that aren't familiar, Night of the Living Dead was filmed just, within a half hour, parts of it anyhow, from where we're from and where we were filming. So it was only natural, I assume, that they thought we were doing a remake of Night of the Living Dead. But they saw a lot of zombies, and we actually had police escorts.
Nice.
Yeah, parading us around town to make sure that nobody interfered with the production. So that was really crazy to have the local police station on board and kind of leading us around. So yeah, it was definitely interesting. And then getting back to your question, because I kind of went off there. The last shoot that we did, I'll have to confirm with John here, but I believe he was keeping track of we had a roll call for all the zombies, and what did we have? 55 zombies just for the final shoot there that came out. So
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Is there any nudity in your film?
No nudity. We allude to nudity, but first of all, I was having this conversation last night. I was on Rob Delamorte's Dungeon of Deadly Delights radio show, and it's the Women in Horror Month. So we were talking to some lovely ladies. Jeremy from Last House on the Left made an appearance on the show last night, so it was really cool to get to talk to her. But the one thing that I, especially with Dagger Vision, what I want to accomplish is, first of all, and I'm going to try to do this, I know we're on the air and there's a 7-second delay, so I'm going to try to do this without swearing too much.
Sit by the dump button.
Yes, sit by the dump button. But, I don't know, can I say bullshit?
No.
No? Okay, well, beep, number one. But virtually, we're sick and tired of Hollywood insulting the intelligence of the horror audience by cramming and shoving remake after remake down our throats. And not really coming up with anything new for us to sink our teeth into and to feast off of. So first of all, with Dagger Vision, what we want to do is show corporate Hollywood that you can make a really unique and successful independent horror film. Caustic Zombies was filmed, I would easily say, it was filmed out of my...
Say prices, but you can't.
No, I'll give a price. I mean, it was...
Well, you're not allowed to on the air.
I'm not allowed to give a price?
No.
All right, then.
But you can say, you can kind of allude to it.
I feel like we're on the Price is Right higher or lower.
Sorry,
but yeah, so...
rules, not mine.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. But, so anyhow, we made a very successful independent film on a next to no budget. But the other thing that I don't like about Hollywood is the fact that they insult our intelligence by showing TNA when it's not needed. They insult and think that, well, you know what?
Sex sells.
Our audience isn't intelligent enough to grasp, a well-written script, so we're just going to get a bunch of Jocko homos to come out and see TNA, basically they're trying to play into a mindless audience. They just, So, really, for me, as a director and as a writer, unless if the scene really calls and is merited for nudity, then most certainly. But I'm not going to throw it in my films just to have it.
Yeah.
So, I have a little bit too much respect for our audience and also my actresses.
And for the ladies, absolutely.
The ladies out there, so.
That's what I'm screaming. Hell yeah. Right on. Well, folks, we're going to put some tunes on real quick and give him a break for a minute. But if you want to check out the Caustic Zombies website and the trailer, you can go to
www.causticzombies.com or daggervisionfilms.com.
All right, yeah, he has a trailer up, so you can kind of get a vision to what we're talking about here and literally see it. There's this really awesome army vehicle that he procured, which we'll talk about later, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, dude, this looks awesome, and how the hell did you find something like this? So we will talk about that more later, but yeah, you can check it out at www.causticzombies.com or www.daggervision.com.
Daggervisionfilms.com.
Daggervisionfilms, my bad. But yeah, this is Blank Generation. I'm Punk Ass Katie. I'm here with Johnny Daggers and a slew of other people hanging out and looking cool. And if you have any questions for us or want to request some tunage, you know the number here, 216-687-3515. And I want to give a shout out, a happy birthday to my buddy Mike over at the Glass Bubble. So happy birthday, man, and we'll be back in a couple minutes after we rock out some tunes. So thanks for listening. Please keep listening. We're not done yet. We're here till 1. All right, folks. Later.